Well, only 3 of 45 swimmers on the 2016 U.S. Olympic team were African American, and out of more than 100 historically black colleges and universities, not one has a functioning 50-meter pool. But one organization is trying to change those statistics by making swimming both exciting and inviting for African American children. Earlier today, I spoke with Ebony Rosemond, the founder of Black Kids Swim. So, Ms. Rosemond, tell us why your organization was created.
Black Kids Swim was founded in 2015 to make more black competitive swimmers. The sport is simply not diverse. There's about 300,000 members of USA Swimming, which is the national organizing body for the sport, but only 1.3% of those members are African American. You see it in Division I colleges, you see it on the U.S. Olympic team. We're simply not there. So Black Kids Swim was created to remedy that.
So you have a few things you're trying to change. You want to change some negative stereotypes. Tell us about that.
Oh, yes. So why don't black people swim in large numbers? I think there's historical reasons to that. We were legally excluded from safe places to swim. We're socially excluded. We couldn't go to the pools that our taxes paid for. So when children would swim in unsafe places, they would drown. And that's when you get the fear of swimming. We want to keep our kids safe, so that means keeping them out of the water. And that leads to where we are today. Parents not swimming, grandparents not swimming. And if they can't swim, there's an 80-some% chance that the child will never learn how to swim. And then there's the hair issues, which is huge for African American women. It keeps us out of the pool, it keeps us out of the gym. We don't want our hair to look unpresentable, so we simply don't get in the water. So we want to change the way that the black community thinks about swimming. We want for people to see it as a path to lifetime fitness, a professional qualification, something that's fun to do, something that can lead to educational opportunities. We just want to see more of us in the pool.
And you're hoping to create some role models, I understand.
Oh, absolutely. And one of the reasons USA Swimming did a study a few years back, and they found that more black children would swim if there were more people who looked like them excelling in the sport. And there are amazing black swimmers. There's Sabir Muhammad. Of course, there's Simone Manuel that everyone is in love with now because of the previous Olympics. There's Cullen Jones. There's Anthony Irvin. There's Leah Neal. But we're not seeing them enough, and there could be more role models. So what we do on our website, on blackkidswim.com, is we highlight those swimmers who are doing amazing things. Just last night, we had a web chat with U.S. national swim team member Giles Smith, and his full-time job is to swim. So Giles gave us some of his time, and he answered questions live from swimmers and parents and told them how he became an elite swimmer and what it's like to swim full-time.
Right, now the CDC has talked about one of the biggest problems here is drowning, and there seems to be a much higher rate for young black children.
It is. We're losing our children's lives because they can't swim. And I talked about some of the historical reasons. The CDC estimates that young black children are 5.5 times more likely to drown than their counterparts. And also in the US, 10 people drown every day. So when you do the math, it's staggering, and it's unnecessary. Learning to swim is something that everyone should do as a child. And in many states, it's actually required that children learn to swim so that they can graduate from high school. And some universities require it as well. So I really do want to advocate through Black Kids Swim that the United States get more serious about this. As a swim mom, as a swim mom and as an African American woman, I see a lot of different ways that we're losing our children. We are African American people are 13% of the population, but black men make up 40% of the prison population. And then you add the drowning statistics to that, you add what's going on in the educational system, and it's heartbreaking. And so as a mother, this is something that I can do. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, but I can impact our community and show love to our children through Black Kids Swim.
All right, and the key is to try and make it cool for kids to swim as well.
Yes.
Yeah, make it a social event. All right, thank you so much, Ms. Rosemond, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.